Welcome to the holiday edition of Ageless Balance. Holiday all over the place. It's the holiday season. Do. All right, you ready? Get rid of the band for now. You don't need it. We'll be using the band. We will, but not right away. To start out with, we're going to do this. We're walking. Yes, indeed. And we're tucking. And we're going into a march or a dance, whatever you want to call it. I call it a march because I don't dance. I tried taking a online Zumba class last night. Oh my goodness, I am horrible. Horrible. I like being here all alone because I could just stop because I was tripping over my feet constantly. Not my specialty. Get the arms up a little higher. Shoulders moving. We are not going to be doing any Zumba Gold, I think they call it for their senior classes. We are not going to be doing that. That is not my style. Although I did take a Zumba strength class. That's not too bad. There's very little dancing in that. All right, high knees. Bring the knee up. Arms up overhead, bringing the arms down as you bring the knee up. Squeeze the core as you bring it up. You want to make sure you're keeping that torso nice and straight. Little curve in the lower back, nice and tight through the core muscles. Those abs of steel. Hands down, knee up. And we're good. Keep the arms up, keep the knees coming. Roll the shoulders. You want a rotation of a straight line. Shoulder girdle is in a straight line. Rotating around, opposite elbow, toward opposite knee, not to the knee. We're not looking to touch it. We're looking to get rotation to the middle of the back. We need flexibility through the middle of the back and around. Exhale as you bring that knee up, as you rotate that shoulder. Arms out to the side. We're going to bring the foot out and out, going into a toy soldier. Again, rotate the shoulders and back. It is basically the same thing we did with just more extension through the legs, through the shoulders. Take your time, find your balance on that single leg. You want to be ball of the foot to the heel, inside to out. You want to feel yourself right over the top with a little bend in the knee and that stationary leg. That's a lot. That's a lot. And around. Arms down. Let's go to the lower body for a little bit, shall we? Let's just step out into a lunge and push it back again. Going forward, coming down on the heel to the ball of the foot, raising the toe up off the floor, pushing through the heel to come back. What you don't want to do is go out and push back off the toe. That comes right up through the middle of the knee, causes all sorts of knee issues. Don't do that. It's bad for you. Bad, bad, bad. And back. Out. Opposite arm, opposite leg as you step. Toe up, push back. We're going to go with a reverse lunge now, stepping back, ball of the foot, rolling the hip. Again, we're not using that back leg, not going up through the toes. Front leg through the heel, lifting. All the work being done by those big muscles in the rear chain, getting those hamstrings, glutes working, back and up. Front foot doing the work, front leg, back. This is a glute exercise for that front leg. All the work is right there, right in that hip roll, bringing it forward and up, back and up. Let's go with a little balance. We're going to do a pendulum swing from behind, lift the leg, step forward onto the heel. Hold there, stagger step, toe up first, pick the leg up, and nice and slow, move it back. Don't swing it. It's lift, move, control those muscles all the way through it. Up and back. Doesn't have to be a big move, doesn't have to be a way out front, way in back. It can be very small. It's all about how long can you stand on that single leg while you move the other, because this is a gait pattern. This is what you do when you walk. Not the backwards part, but the forward part. Okay, other leg, same thing. Pendulum swing, back, lift, step forward, and back again. Bring it up, looking right out in front of you. So you've got your eyes right out in front, chin parallel with the floor, up and back, up and forward. Up, step it back, and bobbling all over the place. I'm not supposed to be, but that's a good thing. Go to just a march. So I've said this before. I'll say it again. When you bobble, when you wobble as you're doing those balance exercises, that's a good thing. You're in a controlled environment. You're strengthening up the muscles. You're proving to yourself that your brain knows what to do the minute you start to bobble. As you wobble, the brain says, whoops, I know how to get you straightened out. And it does it without you even having to think about it. All right, here we go. Lift the leg, push the hands up as you go. Drive up and bring it back down. If you need to tap the toe, bring the toe up off the floor, stretching out through the shoulders, up and back down. Knee up, arm up, and back. Like that we go. And back down, up, push, palms. Drive them up into the ceiling. Roll the shoulders up as high as you can get them. Get that stretch all the way through the sides of the torso. And up. Push it. Back down. One more time. And relax. Kicking out the legs. A little bend in the knee. Out. You can kick. We're going to punch too. You're going to be like in, what is it? One of those martial art expert fighters. Kicking and punching all at the same time. Boom. MMA. That's what it is. I don't know what it stands for, but out, kick, and punch. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Rotate that hand as you drive it out. Make a fist. Feel the stretch all the way through the forearm, up the inside of the arm, all the way up to the shoulder. And we're good. Let's go the opposite way. Let's bring the legs up and back, bringing the heels up towards the butt, and up. Feel those hamstrings working to lift that lower leg up. Bring the shoulder blades back as you bring the foot back. Knees right side by side, pointed. That moving leg, the knees pointed right towards the floor. Back. Bring that leg up as high as you can. When you get it as high as you can get it, one last squeeze. Same with the shoulder blades. Back, squeeze it all together. Feel the extra work that goes into those muscles when you give it that last little push. And one more time. And we're good. Hands on the shoulders. Going to go into just a march with that rotation again. Small march, but pick the foot up. Rotate the shoulders around. Don't let the hips roll. And back down. Small move with the leg. Rotate the shoulders. And bring it back. Really concentrating on the middle of the spine. Rolling these shoulders around. Take the head with it. Feel the rotation. Thoracic spine, middle of the back. It's the only place in the back that we rotate. It's supposed to be. We want to make sure it is and that it does rotate. If it's the only place it's supposed to, it really should. And in a lot of us, it starts to tighten up. We start locking up. We lose the ability to be able to turn around quickly if we need to see behind us. And around and around. Little arm circles. As you do, bring that foot around. Going into a skater, keeping the hips forward. Shoulder circles back. As big as is right for you and your shoulders. You and your shoulders. Whatever they want you to do, that's what you should do. If they say don't do that, don't do that. All right, forward. Start with small circles. Keep the legs going. Bigger, bigger, bigger. And stop. Wide set. Last thing we're doing, hands on the thighs, butt right straight back, going into a hip hinge. Keep the chest out. You're looking right straight out in front of you. Deep breath in. Exhale. Roll the hips. Push right straight back up again. Let's go down. Down, down, down. Butt back. And roll the hips. And push up. Lateral lunge. Going off to the right side first. Hands on the right knee. That knee bends. Butt goes back. Knee stays over the ankle. And roll up. Make sure that other foot is flat on the floor. And push up through. Other side, same thing. Out. Feel stretch on the inner thighs and in the hamstrings of that lead leg. And one last time each side. Down, Roll the hip and push up. Last one. Out, roll, and up. Grab a drink of water. We're moving on. We're moving on. Grab your bands. We're going to do band exercises. We're going to be band on the run. They will be movement exercises with the band. All the boys playing with the band. Ah. All right. All right. First thing we're going to do. What is the first thing we're going to do? Put the band around the back, underneath the armpits. Take the band, wrap it around the hand. Band around the hand. Sumo back floss. Look it. All right. First thing we're going to do is just punch and punch as you do, as you do, as you go, as you do, as you do. Heel forward. Heel digs out. Punch. A little resistance, not a lot. Make sure you're rotating that hand as you go. Hopefully you can see that with the yellow band on it that I'm taking the hand, rotate and back, out and in. Your pace, single leg, don't wobble from side to side. This isn't about can I balance off to one side. This is can I stay right over my stationary leg where all my stability is. That's where you want to be. That's what you want to do. Out and in, out and in. Cross jab. Leg out to the side, bring the arm across diagonally and back in, out and in, out and back. Long stretch from the arm all the way down through the leg, out and in. You shouldn't feel it like one feeling from the leg to the toe or from the foot, the toe to the hand. You're stretching each one separately. Out, in, out, and in. Torso stays straight. You're bringing that arm across so that you're working the chest. Shoulder blades are stretching out. So instead of turning to the side, it is reaching cross body, out and out. Couple more. All right. Next one we're going to do. Arms up and in. Bring them up and in. Elbows up, elbows in, bring them forward and bring them down. So it's step out, step in, out coming forward, bring them down. To the sides, roll the shoulder blades back as you're doing this. Make sure you're keeping your posture the whole way through, a little bend in the back, that little curve. Keeping yourself upright, out, in, up, and down. Like that you do. Whew. Getting tired here. Up, back. Feel this in the front of the shoulders and the outside of the shoulders. Up and down, out and in. All right. All right. Whew. One more time. Keep the band right there. We're going to do that forward toe tap, heel tap with a punch and back in, out and in. Chest, shoulders, grip strength through the hand. Grip strength out and in, reach and bring it back, stretch and in, out and in, cross body, leg out to the side, arm out to the other side and tap, tap, cross punch. Again, torso doesn't twist, arm comes across, shoulder comes across the chest, feeling the muscles work in the outside of the chest, feeling the muscles stretch in the shoulder blade of that moving arm. Out, 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 up on the sides, up in front. Out, in, forward, back. Looking to work the deltoids around the shoulder sockets, the stabilizers, the protectors of the shoulder socket, up and back down. Did I say that we were going to be doing some cardio with this by going back to back? Did I say that? I might have missed that. Out, in, up, and back. Take a rest. Grab a drink of water. It's time to relax for a second. Don't stop moving completely. We're still using the bands. We're not done with that yet. We're going to take the band and hold it. Hold it like that. Little extra on each side. What we're going to do is we're going to step forward for the first one with a rotation. So as you step forward, arms out. The arm over that extended front leg goes around to the side. Bring it back. You're going to feel this in the shoulder blade. So that first set, we worked the chest. This set, we're working the muscles in the upper back. Stepping out on the other side, same thing. Over, rolling that shoulder blade back. Bring it back to center and step back in. Out. You ready? You ready? Here we go. Demo's over. Time to work. Out. Arms out. Arm over the extended leg does a rotation, a little bend in the elbow. Don't lock it out. Out. Rolling it, making the shoulder blade do all the work to pull that arm around. Out. Feel this working the muscle between the shoulder blade and the spine. And in, out, around, back, step, and out. Let's do one more each side. Careful of your tree. Good thing they don't put candles on trees anymore. I'd be in trouble. Back and up. And that was those. That was them. All right. Shoulder raise. Diagonal again we go. Rolling the shoulder blades back, squeezing them, and coming back to center. Out at a diagonal. This is all shoulder blade again. Again, it's squeeze the shoulder blades together and bring it back. Elbows have a little bit of bend in it. So it's not extend the arms out. This is just rolling the shoulder blades. We're not working the arms. We're just working the shoulders. As you do this, bring the foot up and back down. Opposite arm, opposite leg. And add to this one side to the other. And shoulder blades back. Back and up. Back. And a couple more times here. We got 5 seconds left of this. This is the full thing here. Heel up to the butt. Hands across diagonally. Oh, that was those. Last one we're going to do is a row. So we're going to take 4 steps side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back 2, 3, and 4. As you do that, we're going to go into a row. Shoulder blades back. 2, 3, and 4. Forward. 2, 3. There is no forward and back when we're going side to side. Forget I said that. Just pretend I said the right thing, okay? Shoulder blades back, forward, back. I need a lot of give. I make a lot of mistakes like that. So just, work with me. Thank you so much. Back, up, step to the side, pick it up. Balance at the same time that you're working those muscles. 3 and 4, up, 2, 3, 4, back, 2, 3, and 4. Last one, going back to where we started and down. Shake that out. We're going to come back to those. I'm going to give the shoulders a break. Let's go to the feet. Let's go to the feet, shall we? Band underneath the feet. You got an end on each hand. We are just going to do a side step. Same thing we just did, but this time with the band underneath. Going 1, 2, 3, and 4. Most important things. As you pick one foot up, you balance over that other leg with a little bend in the knee. Slowly move that leg out and then the other leg in. 3 and 4. Nice and slow. Make those muscles work on the outside, but more importantly, make the muscles work in the core, in the hips, knees, and ankles to maintain your balance right over that stationary leg while you have pressure trying to pull you in a direction. 3 and 4, back, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to do it one more time. Time was up. That was our 30 seconds, but we're going to do it one more because I like this exercise. This is a really good exercise you should be doing all the time. It really, you've got momentum going, you've got pressure, resistance pushing you, and you're having to fight all of that. All right, going into a stagger step. Band underneath the foot again, going into a hip hinge over that extended front leg. So what you've got is leg up, knee right over the ankle, roll the shoulder blades back, chest is out, elbows back as far as they'll go, and it's out and in, out. Squeezing those muscles in the back of the upper arm and bring it in, out and in. Take it back. Don't lock that elbow as you go back. Hold in that reverse position with that arm extended. Again, without the elbow locked out, a little bit of a micro bend in it. Feel those muscles working in the back of the upper arm. And then release just a little bit. And then go right back into it again. If you can get a little deeper into that hip hinge, little more work, more resistance from gravity working against you, out and back in. Other thing you can do is if you need more work here, you can grab down on the band just a little bit deeper. Or if you need less, muscles are starting to get tired, you can reach up higher on the band. Give yourself a little less resistance. And in, out, and back in. All right. All right. Band underneath the feet, both feet again. Back to this. We're going to take it down into a squat. Hang on to your bands. Hang on to your bands, because here we go. Down, roll the hips, come up. As you come up, it is going to be a side bend to the right. Pulling that band up on the left side. Coming back to center. Down in a squat. Up on the other side. Up on the rooftops. Reindeer's paws. I didn't realize that was P-A-U-S-E, not P-A-W-S. Reindeer's paws. Up. And back down. I was reading the lyrics last night and I'm going, I never knew that. And back down. Up. Look, I'm showing my ignorance. And back down. Up. Roll the shoulder over to one side. Only the shoulders move. You are not moving the hips. Upper body turns, bends to the side, back to center, down, up, and over, and back. Grab a drink of water. You get lots of breaks today. Lots of breaks. I need lots of breaks today. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Okay, where are we going? We're going back to that last set of exercises we did before. The last set before this last one. Last plus. Hands out in front. Forward lunge. Rotate through the shoulder blades. Back, up, and step back. So what I want to do is give the shoulders a break before we went back to them again. They were pretty tight. Mine were pretty tight. I thought, let's just hold for a second. Go to lower body. And other muscle groups besides that upper back. And then we'll come back to it. You ready to start? We're 5 seconds in. Out. Rotate one arm only. Torso stays straight forward. You're not rotating the torso. It is just that arm using the shoulder blade to pull back. Again, you want to feel this between the shoulder blade and the spine. Back and in. Step. Step out. Other side. Forward. 5 seconds left. Out. Around. One more time. Bring it back. Step out. Around. And back to center. Diagonals. Just work on this first, getting the arms pulling. Doesn't have to be that hard. It's not like you're trying to pull it as far as it'll go, break the band. We're not trying to do that. We're just trying to get that movement, that tension through the shoulders. And now, foot up, alternating legs as you switch directions diagonally on the band. Out, out. If your arms are getting tired, get rid of the band or really loosen up on the band. Give yourself a whole lot of slack in the band. You don't need a lot of tension on these at all. You may not need a lot of tension on any of them. You may want to do all of these without the band. That is absolutely fine. Up and back down. Best one is side to side, doing those rows. So butt out, we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. As we do, shoulder blades back, 2, 3, and 4. Again, however much work you want to do, hands get closer together. If you need a little break, hands get farther apart. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to do a little more pressure, a little more resistance there. I had a little too much slack. It was a little too easy. I wanted just a little bit more, not a lot more. Back, 2, 3, 4, 10 seconds left. Out, back again, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Uh-oh. All right, next. What are we doing next? Hold on. Underneath the feet, we're going back to that. I knew we had something going on. All right, nice and slow. Pick the foot up. Just do a couple of these as practice. Get warmed up before you get started. We're only going to be doing it for 30 seconds, so we can get a little time in before that. Just making sure that every one of those moves in 30 seconds is effective. We're not fighting for balance the whole way. All right, shoulder blades back. Let's go. Pick it up. Step out. 2, 3, and 4. Bring it up and back. 2, 3. Step out. Really taking your time. Really balance on that single leg. When you're bouncing on that single leg, you should feel this all the way up the leg, inside and out. Inner thigh is working as hard as the outer hip is. The glutes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Back into that stagger step, triceps kickback. I'm using the opposite leg that I used last time, the other one, the alternate leg. Elbows back as far as they'll go. Shoulder blades are back, keeping your straight back positioning. You want to protect the lower back at all times. Extend out, hold for a count, and then bring it back in. Here we go. Out. Really, it's up to you. Squeeze those muscles in the back of the upper arms. Feel those triceps working. Out and in. Check your posture. I just checked mine. It was bad. My head was going down. I was looking at my feet. Wrong. You should be looking out in front of you so the spine is straight all the way up into the base of the skull. Out. Squeeze them. And back in. Couple more times. Out. And in. Out. Hold it. And bring it back in. Next one. Unisquat. Feet. Band. Hands band. Down into a squat. Shoulder blades stay back. Chest is out. Butt gets pushed out. Remember, knees don't go past the ball or the laces of the shoes. Coming up and doing a side bend to one side. Feeling the muscles working on that contracted side. Back up to center and down. So whatever side you're going down on, that's the side that's doing the work. So in this case, the left side's doing the work to pull you down. And then to come back, the right side is doing the work to bring you up to the middle. And then back down. Up. To the right. Back to middle. I take it slow. I go nice and slow so that you can really feel those muscles engage. Up. Keep a little bend in the knees. Don't lock them out when you come up. And back up on top. 2 more times, 1 more each side. Down and up. Feel the muscles working on the outside of the core between the rib cage and the hips. Down, up, roll, and back. Grab your chair. Grab your chair. We are doing some seated stuff. Some stuff we didn't do while we were standing. What we're going to do is we're going to concentrate on ankles, ankles. So starting out with the band underneath the feet right side by side. Take the band, cross it. Cross it. First one we're going to do is just out and back in again. Keep the shoulder blades back and keep the chest out. Hands on the thighs. You want to make sure that you have that posture. Ears over shoulders over hips. Toes out, toes in. Notice it is not the knees going out as the toes come out. Everything stays right here in the middle. It is just the ankles rotate and back in. That's it. We really want to focus on just the ankles. We need to strengthen those up. We don't turn them to the outside. We don't bend them like we should enough, and they start to get really tight and really weak. So we need to flex and extend them, and we also need to strengthen them at the same time. And in, out, and in. Couple more times. Knees stay right where they are. Hold them in place if you have to. Don't let them go. All you want is those hips to, or those toes to roll out and back in again. Opposite with the heels. You saw it coming. Balance in all things. Heels tap. You're like Dorothy. There's no place like home. Tap the heels and out. In and out. Again, knees stay where they are. This one's a little easier because if they start to cave in, they hit each other. Ankles out. Get them as far as you can. And bring them back in. You should feel this in the outside of the ankles as those muscles work to pull it out outside of the shins. Out. The lower legs. And in. Take it out. And in. If you can, don't let the heels touch the ground. That's even more work because at the whole time you're working the muscles in the calf muscles, I should say. Out and back in. Keep the toes flat on the floor. So what you don't want to do is roll way out. That's causing all sorts of stretch on the inside of the ankle. You want to keep the ball of the foot flat on the floor. And in, out, and in. All right. Toes up. Alternating feet, one up, one down. Nice and slow. This is not go as fast as you can tapping your feet. This is, you are lifting one toe, one foot up. You're dropping the other foot down. You're moving it down. Pushing and pulling. Each leg is having to work. You're feeling it in the calf muscle. You're feeling it in the shins. Up. I'm really feeling it in the shins. I went running yesterday. I'm really feeling it in the shins. Up. And up. I've taken quite an extended break, so I'm just getting back into it, and the muscles are feeling it. Bring it up. One down, one up. Couple more times with that. All right, one more each side. One comes up, then it goes down, and the other comes up, and you're good. Bring the band up around the thighs and wrap. Have yourself out on the edge of the chair. You've got the spine back in its neutral position, ears over shoulders over hips. Little curve in the lower part of the back. First thing we're going to do, butterflies out and back in. You should feel this in the outside of the hips. Out and in. Out. Keep the shoulder blades back. Don't let yourself come forward. First thing I did, as soon as I put pressure on bringing the knees out, I let my shoulders roll forward to help it. Make it a little easier. Roll the shoulder blades back. You'll feel it way more in the outsides of the hips. And in. out, and in. Again, tension is controlled by you completely. You can make this as hard or as doable as possible for your body. I was going to say, or as easy. It's not easy. Nobody's taking it easy. I know that. But you got to do it right for your body. Out and in, out, and bring it back in. All right, here we go. We're going to do a lift and lift, bringing that band up as you bring the foot up, making sure the toe, the knee, everything is right facing forward, up. You want to keep that alignment in everything that you do so you can strengthen the muscles up in that alignment. What happens is if you let the knee go out like it wants to, or toe comes in or does whatever, that's the way it's going to be when you walk, when you're not thinking about it. So what you want to do is strengthen the muscles up in the exact position that you want those muscles to be when you're walking up, or when you're standing, or moving in any way, shape, or form. Any types of movements. Up, up, couple more. One there, drop the band. We're done with it. Band day is over. Let's stretch out. Got a few minutes left here. Hands on the thighs, my favorite stretch, going into a hip hinge. Keeping the chest out, chin up, stretching, feeling the stretch going the upper back, or I'm sorry, the lower back, and then just keep going down with it. Deep breath in. As you exhale, drop down just a little bit more, feeling a little more stretch. Inner thighs stretching at the same time. Don't let the legs collapse. And use the hands to push yourself back up. Again, grab onto the back of the chair. Chest is out. Roll the shoulder blades back as far as they'll go, stretching out the chest. Deep breath in through the nose. Stomach out, drive the shoulder blades down at the same time. Feel the lungs open up, and then exhale, bringing the hands to the thighs, rolling the shoulders forward. And we're going to take a nice deep inhale again through the nose as we bring the hands back behind us. Stomach out, shoulder blades back. Exhale, bringing the hands forward. And back up to neutral position. Left hand outside the right knee, right hand on the back of the chair. Rotation through the shoulders only. Rotate the shoulders, keep them back, keep the chest out, and rotate the back shoulder so you have a straight line from left to right. Deep breath in, shoulder blades back one more time. It should be a great stretch from the top to the bottom of the spine, just above the lower spine. If you start getting down too deep into the spine, you're going to cause problems with it. So just stop. You don't have to turn that far. Let's do the same on the other side. So as we come around, if you're feeling any tweak in the lower back, just stop. You don't need to go that far. Deep breath in, shoulder blades back, chest is out, and back to center. You can feel that through the shoulder blades as well. Hands down underneath the thighs, grab onto the thighs. Pull yourself down, get all the air out of the lungs, and deep breath in as you come up overhead. Coming down on the right side first, doing a side bend, keeping the arm right next to the ear. Alignment. Spine does one thing at a time. Right now we're bending